teams have taken the field. Let's meet the starting lineups, beginning with the homestanding Earthquakes.
They'll be very important in just establishing a defensive shape, and Jamison, he'll be the outlet looking to keep possession as they look to build forward.
It'll be Kat Koroleva in charge of the whistle. Referee set to send us on our way. Sacramento left to right in their cream with the red sash. San Jose right to left in the black. And we are underway at PayPal Park. Happy to have you with us this evening on Golazo Network and Paramount Plus with Casey White. I'm Joe Malfa. This is the last match to kick off here on this 11-match day in Open Cup. First edition of this tournament with this format, where the round of 32 pits 16 MLS teams against 16 lower division sides. It has been a successful round for MLS, the only lower division side at this point to come through. Pittsburgh Riverhounds. They opened the night with a win over NYCFC. Can Sacramento bookend the night with lower division wins, or will it only be the Riverhounds through to the round of 16? Picked up by Nick Ross. Cut out by Rodriguez. These two teams know each other very well. Met to a thriller last year in this tournament. Fed ahead to Preston Judd. Feeds it through in front. Chance for San Jose! And just like that, Amal Pellegrino puts the Earthquakes on top.
It's an incredibly quick start from the Earthquakes. It started all the way back in their defensive end, but that's what you can expect within just a couple passes to get into the attacking third nice and quickly. You have to be switched on defensively because they have such a potent attack going forward. Rodriguez plays into the midfield, and this ball in behind, very good. It breaks the line from Kay, springs Judd into the...
So he's been around the block. He's seen this tournament from the jump for MLS teams to now. He's hoping to give San Jose its first ever Open Cup triumph. They've twice made a semifinal, never won it all. Curled in from the corner. Sent back in, body still forward, diving header, almost! A brilliant moment for Reed Roberts, who stayed up.
Line is stepping. When the ball goes backwards, Sacramento Republic is going to step, but then you have a deeper run from Roberts in that moment. Plenty of time. You don't want this to turn into a worst case scenario, though, where you concede super early. Otherwise, it's just very tough to come back.
There they go again. Through Chikaris. Bounces through for Pellegrino, already with one. Now for a goal kick. You saw the line-breaking pass in there from Noel Buck. They just acquired him at the end of April, San Jose. Already problems for Neil Collins to solve in his first season with Sacramento. Had a brief stint in Europe before returning to USL previously with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Guided them to the final in 2021. A couple of back-to-back Eastern Conference finals. 2020, the final that never happened against Phoenix Rising. They lost the final in 2021 to Orange County. And then in 2022, lost to Louisville in late fashion. Kevin Kelsey penalty in stoppage time, downing Tacoma in a game that seemed destined for extra time. Through again for Judd.
And that's where they've transitioned to more of that five-back when they're in their defensive third. It just allows them to defend more of the width of the field and look for those penetrating passes in between. It's just a little bit more steadying defensively. It's the transition moments, though, where the Quakes have definitely been able to have the upper hand.
Lima. 30 years of age, Nick Lima started his career here in San Jose in 2017. Made his way back now this year. Okay, Lima. Sneaks it through for Judd. Good incisive passing here, looking for more. It's Pellegrino again over the bar. Good find from Paul Marie. Pellegrino, that's 3 opportunities. 1 he's cashed in on. 2 he's left begging.
His last movement to separate is what getting him these moments, but it's very good interchange. Lima finds a great pass in, great combination play from Judd, and then there's movement there. It catches him backing up a little bit, Pellegrino, and that's what lifts this ball forward. He has to readjust his body to keep it low and put it on frame.
You're really talking about 5 wins for a trophy, and in all likelihood, just 4 wins for a spot in Champions Cup. And it's been nice to see the MLS teams adapt and take it a bit more seriously.
It has, but when you speak to that number of games, I think if you're the coaching staff right now or you're the players, you want to get that second goal if you're the Earthquakes, because you're thinking about, whoa, all that player management, because there is a commitment to the Open Cup and to trying to win and lift the trophy. So you still want to manage your minutes as well, though. So if your team gets a goal in the second minute, okay, can you now get a second goal? Now you're thinking about, hey, I might be able to manage the minutes a little bit differently. You never know.
We almost saw that last night, you and I, on the call for Red Bulls against Switchbacks, where Red Bulls had taken a 3-0 lead. This one threaded through. Great ball in behind. Pellegrino on the charge, going for a goal, is a very confident Nico Shakaris, and he didn't miss it by much.
Of Sacramento Republic, it's Kay. Kay is looking forward. He's trying to play it. It's a good first touch. Shakaris goes himself, has Pellegrino running. I would have liked to have seen him slide that ball in, but to be fair, there was a recovery there as well from the defender, so he tries to find.
Put a ribbon on that point. Last night in that game, Red Bulls went up 3-0. We thought they were going to be able to keep their big guns, Schupel, Forsberg, all on the bench. And then the switchback. So they're consistent in how they advance, consistent in what they're able to put together.
Better pressure on the ball, because at least it's forcing play wide, and that can become a little bit more predictable to defend. It's when you let San Jose in that inside channels where it becomes very difficult, and this is the pace where they've got to step the line a little bit higher and not allow the center midfield of Buck and Kay to get on it.
In behind, Pellegrino, good touch. Pellegrino waits, Pellegrino just wide. That's 4 golden opportunities for him in this half.
Ways, Joe, this one now from long distance, played in behind. I love the composure you see right here. Recovering defenders are always scrambling, and so if an attacker can show this kind of composure, it bodes well for them. Always scrambling, and so if an attacker can show this kind of composure, it bodes well for them. Just not quite able to curl it, but I like the intent from the striker.
Such a nose for goal, Pellegrino. Even coming off of a wing here, not an out-and-out 9 in the way he's deployed. Edwards, looking ahead to Blake Willie, 18-year-old who came up to the Sacramento Academy, finally getting his opportunity this year. He's made 5 starts in regular season play. Edwards runs into some trouble, commits the foul. In his first year with Sacramento, spent the last 2 years in San Jose. A.J. Edwards, he's from right here in San Jose, California.
And this was a good run in the wide space, looks to take on, tries to get something here with the corner, and Shakaris just uses his body in that moment. Then now shielding it out was Reed Roberts. Edwards didn't really get much on him, but he knows that he has nowhere to go. If he does fall, most likely going to get the foul called.
Okay, Shakaris, along for Nick Lima. Lima looking for Judd, touch to Judd, oh that's brilliant! The touch from Shakaris, the finish from Judd! San Jose all over Sacramento in this first half.
And again, it's the incisive passing, going straight forward, looking to penetrate. They're trying to go right through the Sacramento Republic, and that is exactly what they are doing through the middle channel. Kay is in possession. Shakaris actually starts the play. Judd starts in a lower position, then he sprints to get high up. When he does that, Shakaris flicks it on, and he is ready with his hips facing where it needs to go, even with all that spinning around.
If you're San Jose, and the coaching staff probably could not be happier. Maybe you can be. Can you find a third at the back post? That's one of those that's probably harder to miss.
It's a big miss right there, not because of the context of the game, but just it changes the complexion. What a great ball from Marie. I don't know how that was lifted. You're right, and that is very hard to miss. You've got to keep your body run through the net when you're finishing those types of ball, because there was some momentum on that ball. It had some pace on it, so you've got to meet that with pace as well.
If there's one thing to nitpick for San Jose in this first half, it's they probably should be up 4-0, maybe 5 instead of the 2 that they're enjoying at the moment. And there's the whistle to end this first half. Near perfect for the Earthquakes.
To your comment there, yes, I think it gives now Neil Collins time for Sacramento Republic to try to make some changes because only having a 2-goal lead.
Over San Jose just came onto the field. Luis Felipe scored the winner when these teams met back in 2022. Underway now in the second half. Sacramento right to left in the cream. San Jose left to right in the black and blue. It is Portillo. Never had a chance. Marie looking through. Oh, great ball. Pellegrino. He runs onto it. Amal Pellegrino trying to poke it past Mazzola. Ball still loose. Jacaris almost got there.
And just going into this midfield space, that's the gap that I really like. It was actually on the left side of Benitez. Normally players would try to get it between the 2 center backs, but he just goes on the inside.
On that one was Jamison.
And Reed Roberts actually got in his pathway, so he slowed him down a half second. If he hadn't done that, that could have been even more of a tackle going in the direction of goal.
Still without a shot on target, Sacramento, just 2 shots total. Edwards. Rodriguez. Lima. In for Mark Anthony Kay. This is where he's pulled the strings. Where does he go next? Wide for Ricketts. Buck. Ricketts. Pellegrino feeds Lima, continues his run. Lima arching it in. Judd off the bar. Not out of the woods yet.
And Pellegrino was another one. Great service, puts it into a dangerous area. Pellegrino draws Timmer across. That allows Judd to have that extra space where he has the inside position on JJ in that back area. So he goes between the 2 center backs. If not for the crossbar, you're looking at a 3rd goal right there. But this is great play all around.
Holding his head, referee stops play.
Well, there were multiple runs, but still the wide areas for the Earthquakes is where they're really seeing some advantage and still able to go forward and penetrate. Lopez does well there in combination, but I think even better was Benitez tracking that run in there. Some good combination play. Sacramento just looks better defensively.
It's picked up by Pirano. Shifty player, Pirano. Feeding it through, gets it back. Pirano saved by Edwards. First he's had to make tonight.
On the flip side was Pirano going off the dribble penetrating, looking up, continues his run. Great combination play with Felipe. The save, though, from Edwards Jr. But Pirano's definitely been a spark coming in from that outside.
They're in the final minute of stoppage time elsewhere between Phoenix and Houston. 1-1. Seems on the brink of extra time. Be updated when that is officially into extra time, if it gets there. Outswinger from the corner, loose in front. Buck got a heel to it, popped it in the air. Fed through, and on Lopez. Looking for Kay, it's over the bar.
It's all about positioning because Benitez cannot foul him, or as an obvious penalty kick, has to let him go. He does impede him just enough where Kay's not able to meet the ball at its highest point and get over it.
Long diagonal from Timmer. Left it short of Jamison. It's also felt like San Jose have been the first to a lot of those second balls. And it's really helped them out this evening. Fed in behind by Mark Anthony Kay. It's Judd with a goal and an assist already. Judd slides it back, makes his way to Pellegrino. he has to wonder what he has to do to find his second goal of the night.
For Sacramento Republic, again, Kay plays Judd in, looking to go in behind the back space. I thought he had really let it go right there, going a little bit too slow. Gets an opportunistic tackle to...
Could read his lips in the argument there, Buck. He was admitting that it was a foul, but he felt that he was fouled first with the push-off from Pirano to turn that corner the way he did. And now a persistent infringement yellow on Jonathan Ricketts. Or pardon me, on A.J. Edwards fouling Jonathan Ricketts. I mentioned the last time Edwards was involved that he had probably been at the end of his leash as far as getting a yellow from Cat Correleva. It was brewing. It had been for a while between the arguments after the fact, between the rising foul tally. Finally caught up to him. Shakaris feeds Pellegrino. I'm all Pellegrino. At this point, all you can do is have a chuckle. Not if you're Pellegrino. Oh no, he breaks out into a smile as well.
You're just so upset because
there's
you can't
some actual
believe what's
booze,
going on.
and there's some booze from the crowd as well. He probably could have 5 goals in this game.
Yeah, it's just too cheeky in this moment, just trying to do too much with it. You go back to the details, you go back to what's tried and true. You're going to be told, hey, look at the finishing choices. What is the best opportunity? What you can say is he's putting himself in great positions, and he has been all evening. It's just the finishing touch.
Sacramento has an interesting road ahead. They turn around quickly, and they face Indy, as I mentioned. Then they have the full week off. They take on Las Vegas at home the following weekend. Then from May 17th to June 7th, they don't play a match in USL Championship. They have a Jägermeister Cup match in between. And the red card's out of the pocket here. Wow. No hesitation from Cat Correleva. The teammates around Ricketts can't believe it. We'll have to get a second look at this momentarily. He is sent off with a straight red, and it's a flicker of hope here at the end now for Sacramento.
This will be interesting because Correleva perspective, so you have to wonder if the boot was raised.
Sub comes on now, Trevor Ammon for Lewis Jamison. The two things you look for in moments like that are, was studs up and was it a scissoring motion? He came from behind. He didn't really have that scissoring motion. He didn't really hit the studs. These teams both knew coming into tonight they would host a round of 16 with a win. That'll be on either May 20th or 21st. You can check back the coming days, Open Cup social media pages and website. Once that schedule gets finalized, they will be hosting Portland in the next round, and that went well last time. Just this past weekend, San Jose hosted Portland, won it 4-1.
Well, an exciting end-to-end game as well. So big score line and a big separation for San Jose, but a lot of fun. You can see the attacking style that San Jose can create in an open game and also in a game where a team is sitting back like tonight.
Bruce Arena coming away from this game will maybe have wanted his team to score more than just a 2 and have this fully out of reach, but what will make him happy, 0.09 expected goals allowed tally for a team that had been leaking goals at times this season. Yes, understood, second division opponent who at times seemed outclassed in this game, but defensive principles are defensive principles, and they didn't make many mistakes tonight, if any, that you can recall.
No, they didn't, and Sacramento Republic is a team that's known to be aggressive in their attack, but not only that, but in their counter-pressing, up in their attacking final third, and there just haven't even been moments to really do that because of the possession, the sustained possession from the Earthquakes. They've just kind of taken the air out of that for Sacramento.
Lopez in behind, Ammon around the keeper, Ammon scores! Something salvageable in the last moment here for Sacramento. Trevor Ammon nets one. They only have about 30 seconds after the kickoff, so they'll have to hurry and find something magical here.
An incredibly beautiful goal. It's Lopez. He takes one look over his right shoulder, uses the momentum against Edwards Jr. there coming out. He couldn't affect the play. Ammon, this is a great for surveying what's going on and trying to find those gaps to play into.
And there is the final whistle. It'll look like a close one at the end, 2-1 San Jose, but they were dominant tonight, and they're on their way through.